I'll see if we can also.
Shay, you guys obviously this game was put together for a great reason, a great charity, and I think the results were, as far as the money, was outstanding. But Devontae, when you guys tipped, did it feel different than just an exhibition?
Definitely. In warm-ups, you can just tell how much juice it was in the building, and it was a great atmosphere to play in.
Coach Aaron Smith, I'm going to ask the question. $1.75 million raised, fans across the street to Power and Light here, the atmosphere in the arena. Fans want to know, why can't they have this every year, even if it's at a neutral site like Sprint Center?
Well, that's what fans want to know, but we're going to do what's best for us. We're not interested in doing what's best for Missouri or best for Missouri fans, but if it's best for us to play, then we will. So it's not a complicated deal, but I figured we'd talk about the game or talk about raising a lot of money. I didn't think that would be the second question now to shoot, but I'm not going to say never, but I don't think that there's been any change in our position as far as the university goes. I'm the spokesman, I guess, on this, but trust me, I'm not the only one that feels that way. There was a very large contingent of KU people that wasn't happy that we were doing this initially until they realized it was for a good cause. But certainly, what happens, a few years from now, certainly not what we're talking or thinking about right now.
Devontae, what was the key to the second half, and how much fun were you having out there? It looked like you looked at Sharon a couple times, and looked like you were just having a great time.
Us just being aggressive, offensively and defensively. Just getting into a little bit of a rhythm in the comfort zone, and then big fellas started going to work, and it really got us going.
This question is for Coach Self. Coach, once the game started, how close was that to a normal, just a regular game, the intensity level and everything else?
I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was certainly more intense than a lot of games that we'll play, prior to league, without question. And I thought Missouri played exceptionally well early. They made it seem like every shot and had us on our heels, and they dominated the glass for the most part, offensively, at least the majority of the night. So they did a lot of things that will help us because they exposed us in a lot of ways. But I thought it was a great atmosphere, and I thought that certainly kudos to both administrations and fan base for doing something that was pretty special.
I'm right here. Devontae, I have a question for you and Coach Self. What did it feel like to be back on the court and have a performance like that? And Coach Self, what did it like? Did you learn anything about your team after today's performance?
Go ahead, DJ.
It felt good to be back on the court. We've been in practice for a couple of weeks now, just beating up on each other, and it felt good to finally be able to play against somebody else and just see what we've been working on and things we need to improve.
To me, the atmosphere is what taught me the most, because these guys will tell you that's not how we try to play. The ball never got to the second or third side. It went crisp. And I think the atmosphere creates a little bit of tightness, which is probably good for our guys to play through. And if it wasn't for, you can say they made shots, but if it weren't for Devontae early, we're down double figures the first half. And so a lot of things that we learned at our teams, what we've been saying all along, we're not a good rebounding team at all. And we gotta do it by committee. And I thought that Missouri outscrapped us early, especially the first half. And so that's something that we can certainly control ourselves. But there were a lot of things that I didn't think we did great, but I did think we competed in the second half, which was probably the most positive thing.
Coach Self, what did you guys do from a scheme point in the second half defensively to put the clamps on a player like Michael Porter Jr.? He was really unhappy with his performance in this game.
Well, we did the same thing that we did the first half, which wasn't, play defense and hope he misses a lot of times. But Michael's a terrific talent, and he and Devontae were without question the two best players in the game in the first half, and and then some other teammates on both sides kind of stepped up and shouldered the load some in the second half. But we didn't do anything different. It's hard to, if you guard him with a guard, which we did almost the whole time. That's hard because he can take you post, and he was able to do that a couple of times. And if you guard him with a big, he's so good, behind the arc that puts a big in jeopardy. But we did a decent job on him, but we didn't do a great job on everybody else.
Bill, right here.
Yeah.
Was it reminiscent to you at all of the feel of the bragging rights game and
No.
just?
It was reminiscent as far as there was some energy in the building and that kind of stuff, but that's not like a regular season game. Whenever you play a regular season game, there's actually strategy involved, and there's schemes, and there's a scout report and things like that goes into the preparation and everything. That was two teams just going out and, hey, let's throw it up and play. And Konzo and I spoke, and, hey, you going to play any zone? No. Well, you can't play zone either because I don't have the zone off. We agreed before the game, 7 fouls, everybody plays man every possession, all that stuff. And of course, in a real game, it won't be like that. But it had the feel, but not the importance. Like I admit, I had butterflies. I was excited to be out there, but down the stretch, it wasn't like we were competing to try to win a league or something like that. It wasn't that intense.
Just the second part was just that about what you said about the butterflies. Was it fun? Was it fun for you? Fun atmosphere?
Yeah. What do you think, Bill? Was it fun?
Yeah.
Was the second half harder than more fun than the first half? Yeah. But you got how many rebounds you get the first half? But he actually enjoyed the second half more, without question. Devontae probably thought the first 7 minutes was the best part of the game.
Devontae, you mentioned when Udoka got going that got you guys going. Was that the focus in the first half to try to get him going, and maybe why did it take a little while?
I think so. We want to put it inside out. We ran a couple of plays early. We tried to get him going and get him fouled. I think first possession he got fouled actually. So we tried to get him going early. They did a good job though of trying to keep us from getting him the ball and trying to get the ball out of my hands. But he just got going second half, so we just kept beating him.
From a get your team ready for the season standpoint, is this beneficial?
Yeah, I think it is. I think the things that we've been telling them that we're deficient at, now they'll believe. A lot of teams go into the season with a false sense of who you are, and we've certainly done that many times. And maybe exhibition games won't show you, but that today exposed us in some ways. I think it's going to be easier to show guys tape and learn from it playing against a quality opponent like Missouri. Missouri's going to have a great year, and they're deep, and Konzo played everybody early. He played 10 guys in the first 6 minutes and that kind. So he was doing it to help his team too. But I think we can learn a lot. Today should help us be better, at least, no guarantees, but at least going into early November.
Udoka, what helped get you going in the second half, and how tired did you get at times? And Bill, if you can answer that too.
Pretty much the second half, my teammates, my coaching staff too, like coach emphasized me, being more aggressive on the paint and just going out there and doing what I got to do. So I just went out there the second half and just try to post up, try to do the best thing I can to make my team win.
I think Doak, he's such an athlete at his size but I didn't think he played to his athletic ability. He was hesitant the first half, and I thought the second half he went without hesitation. So that was probably the best thing for him offensively. And he blocked. I think he blocked 4 shots the second half too.
Coach, you had a couple of new players, Malik Newman and Billy Preston. Talk about their debut today on this stage. 17 points for Malik and 12 for Billy.
Yeah, I didn't think Malik played very well, like he's capable of playing. As far as you can look at a stat sheet and say a guy played well or didn't play well based on points, but there's more to it than that. And I thought he and Speed were neither one near as aggressive as what they need to be. I thought Billy had a good day. And then I thought Marcus Garrett had a good day. I thought our two newcomers both played well.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Okay,
Let's
thanks,
go.
guys.